Welcome into IceRays TV. Collin Schuck with you, and with just 8 games remaining in the 2015-16 season, the IceRays are still in position for that 4th and final playoff spot. Coming into this weekend, the IceRays are 2 points up of Odessa for that 4th place spot in the South, and that's because of 2 things. One, because the IceRays weekend last weekend, and also because of Odessa's game in hand they played this past Tuesday against Amarillo with a 4-1 win. So with the Jackalopes having only 1 game in hand remaining, that game in hand could be the 2-point gap that moves them into a share of 4th place. And with the way that Odessa is playing, inspired despite some recent events, they could very well continue their push despite being shorthanded. So the IceRays need to focus on what they have in hand. Speaking of in hand, the IceRays had 2 games against the Wichita Falls Wildcats at home last Friday and Saturday, and they split their weekend at home, losing 3-1 on Friday and then winning 2-1 on Saturday night. Their first win against Wichita Falls this season, and their first win in almost exactly a year, dating back to March 13th of 2015 in a 5-4 overtime victory here at home. The IceRays picked up goals from Colton Meekoff, Brad Power, and Drake Lindsay, and a big part of their success was their goaltender Dryden McKay. He saved 76 of 79 shots in that 2-game span, helping him earn NAHL South Division Star of the Week for the 2nd time this season, and also getting league honors for the 2nd straight week. He has been a big reason why the IceRays are where they are right now, with being one of the best goaltenders in the NAHL in the recent span, dropping his goals against to sub .250 and also almost reaching .920 in save percentage, which are both well in the top 15 of all NAHL goaltenders this season. And with that, he'll look to take the reins this weekend against their opponents, the Lone Star Brahmas. Now, the Brahmas are chasing down the Wildcats as well. They're just 5 points back at that top spot in the South Division, so they're playing for their playoff lives and a chance to play the bottom seed in the South Division semifinals opening up in the 3rd weekend of August. And they got some help last weekend due to a sweep of Odessa at home, a 6-4 win on Friday, and then a 6-1 win on Saturday, including a line brawl just over 5 minutes left in the 3rd period of that contest. Now, there were some ramifications because of that. 4 Odessa players got suspensions, with all 4 of them getting at least 6 games, and their head coach Greg Gatto also got a 4-game suspension. All those suspensions are reduced by 1 game because of Tuesday's game, but on the Brahmas side, 1 player did pick up a suspension. John Zimmerman will be out for 3 games for his part in the kerfuffle, so he'll be gone this weekend, but the Brahmas still have a breadth of depth in their lineup that they're going to look to run in at the NYTEX Sports Center. And because of the short confines at the NYTEX Sports Center, the Brahmas look to eliminate the neutral zone and run plays right up, so you still have players like Hogan Davidson, Alex Bertinelli, who picked up a hat-trick on Friday, Peter Kessel, Tomas Breka, and a lot of different great offensive players that are picking up scholarships and are also leading the charge during the Brahmas' current 6-game homestand. Now, they've won 4 straight games overall against their opponents and 5 of their last 6, with 2 more games to go in the homestand, making games 7 and 8 this weekend from Brahmaland. Now, the IceRays have only won 3 games against Lone Star this season, with 2 games remaining this weekend, so there's no chance of winning the season series. But what they can do is continue to pick up points against their opponents, and at this stage of the season, with only 4 weeks remaining, all points matter, no matter if you get it in a win, an overtime loss, or a shootout loss, because when it comes down to the end of the season, it's points and wins that matter, not necessarily how you get them. The puck drops at 7:30 p.m. on both Friday and Saturday night for the NYTEX Sports Center in North Woodland Hills, Texas. And you can tune in radio side starting at 7:15 p.m. on the IceRays flagship station, Sports Radio Corpus Christi. That's KSAX 1230 AM, as well as on fasthockey.com to put the audio with the video. Once again, this is Collin Schuck for IceRays TV. We hope you join us radio side this weekend, and go IceRays.